Traditions and customs are national treasure. Kazakh people observe traditions over many centuries. The great steppe is an amulet of the country. You can watch the customs and traditions of the Kazakhs in the modern NOMADS program. Today's topic is different from the previous ones, since today we will talk about the numbers which play a special role in Kazakh people's nomadic way of life. Kazakhs have a set of numbers regarded as holy numbers. These numbers are preserved in our language as well. The odd numbers up to 10 as 3, 5, 7, and 9 are believed to be holy numbers by Kazakh people. In addition, the numbers up to 100 divisible by 10 remain as a sign of goodness in our tradition.
Every culture has its own symbolism of numbers, and those numbers reflect beliefs, customs, and particular concepts about the worldview of every culture. In Kazakh culture, the numbers 3, 7, 9, 40, and 13 are considered to be of particular importance. Generally, all odd numbers up to 10 are believed to have peculiar properties, as there is a superstition about odd numbers that will help maintain the balance. Among the special numbers, the number from which a sacred group of high symbolic importance starts is number 7. 7 is regarded as a special number not only in Kazakh culture, but also in world cultures. Every culture has its origin and reasons. But in Kazakh culture, the number 7 has its particularities.
Алдыңғы бастамасын топты бастап тұратын сан ол 7 саны. 7 саны жалпы тек қана қазақ мәдениетінде емес, әлем мәдениетінде ерекше сан болып есептеледі. Оның енді әр мәдениетте өзіндік мәдени бастамалары, себептері бар.
In Kazakh nomads culture, 7 is a very sacred number. The concepts associated with number 7 are preserved both in our traditions and linguistic culture a lot. One of them is Jiti Amal, 7 actions. They express 7 natural phenomena. And then we have Jiti Kashik, 7 lovers, as well as Jiti Jargi, 7 codes. It consisted of one of the most important basic norms and laws. As can be seen from above, there are a lot of titles, phrases, names associated with 7, which became Kazakh concepts like these.
If
to study the etymology of the word 7, jiti, its original meaning is to reach, jet. The word to reach was founded on the stones with symbol engravings. There were pictures describing people's life with circles. The circle keeps reducing and stops at one point in the center of it. The circles consist of 7 layers. Center point in the Turkic languages was called ingent. Over time it changed and turned into jet, to reach. That is to say that they believed when a human reached that point, he or she became spiritually mature, reached the highest stage where his or her human nature was fully developed. The words jitilu, jitisu, becoming mature, and digine jitu, to reach the desired, were all said in view of the above. To reach that point meant reaching God and self-realization. Why were the traditions associated with the number 7? If there are no customs, then why they chose 7 if they have to choose one number in everyday life? All of them were developed in our minds.
Ондай салтта жоқ болса да, жай қарапайым күнделікті жағдайда бір ерекше санды таңдау керек болса, 7-ні таңдайтыны мысалға сол біздің жаңағы архетиптік біздің санамызда қалыптасып қалған.
Another phrase formed with the number 7 is jiti jitim, literally 7 orphans, which means 7 left outs or unwanted. What are they? First, an orphan is the world which is not heard. An orphan is a cloth which is not worn. An orphan is a land with no owner. An orphan is a nation without a leader. An orphan is a lake with no swans and ducks. An orphan is a man with no homeland. A man with no kovals is the most miserable of all. concept is followed by jiti jok, 7 negotiations. What are they? The earth has no measure, the sky has no prop, the stone has no roots, the turtle has no spleen, God has no relative, the bird has no milk, the horse has no fell. Here, number 7 was used in its literal sense by our ancestors.
Қазақ халқындағы 7 саны тек қана ислам дініндегі сенімдермен.
The importance of number 7 attached by Kazakh people does not relate to beliefs and customs of Islam. It originates from the pre-Turkic ideology. They had beliefs regarding 7 since the Turkic era, used it as a tool in poetry. Basically, they were frequently used. Even before the Turkic Khanate was formed during practicing Tengrism, number 7 was believed to be the most sacred and exceptional number. Due to this, the phrases with 7 are frequently used not in the meaning of the number, but in its semantic meaning, the most powerful, the most wonderful, and exceptional. We used to associate outstanding things with 7.
Сенімнің кезінде-ақ 7 санын ең қасиетті, ең ерекше деген, яғни ең деген мағынада қолданылатын болған.
Numbers speak. For example, we often meet the names of land referred to number 7. The historical land names as Togiz Tarau, 7 sections, Togiz Bulak, 7 springs, Altai, 6 moons, abbreviated, Ushtobe, 3 hills, Kwosozen, 2 rivers, Besbogda, 5 gods are used till present. Also, there are some traditions and customs, the titles of which include number 7, as Jiti Kwazna, 7 wealth, Jiti Mushe, 7 parts of the body, Jiti Tilisim, 7 phenomena, and Jiti Jut, 7 disasters.
Жетісу деген сөзді көбісі осы мынандай өзендер деген сияқты қылып тізіп беруге тырысады.
When people hear Jitisu, 7 rivers, the land name, they try to name the 7 rivers. But here 7 is used to express the most wonderful land, which is water-rich and a fertile, inhabitable land. If in Western culture they use number 3 to name unique things, then we use number 7 for phenomenal things.
Сұрыпталған нәрселерді 3 санмен атау қалыптасқан болса, бізде жаңағы ерекше деген нәрселерді бөліп алып.
There are several reasons for that. Many people know only the rules related to Islam, but they do not know that they originate from Turkic Tengrism sources.
Енді ислам дініне қатысты жалпы көпшілік сол ислам дініне қатысты жағын біледі, бірақ түркілік тәңіршілдік басталмадан келетін себептерін көп адамдар біле бермейді.
As for the number 3 in Kazakh customs, number 7 is regarded as a holy number. It is a symbol of unity, harmony, and equilibrium, since any names which include 3 are complementary to each other. For example, Oshaktin Ushbuti, 3 legs of a large pot stand trivet. Ushbi, 3 bays. Ushjuz, 3 juzes, main territorial and tribal divisions within the ethnic groups of the Kazakhs. They say, Jigitin ush jurti boladi. A man has 3 kins. As you see, there's a point in using 3 in these phrases.
Үш санның 7 санмен ұқсас ортақ жерлері көп, өйткені екеуі де ең негізгі, ең басты деген, яғни көп.
The significance of number 3 is similar to number 7. They have much in common. As in semiotics, they both are used to describe the fundamental, ultimate concepts and distinguish things. The thing that should be mentioned about number 3 in Western countries, number 3 is used in the same meaning as number 7. The reason is that it is related to the origins of Christianity. Since in Christianity, number 7 is in higher priority compared to number 3. Number 7 is the second best. Accordingly, in Europe, number 7 occurs more rarely in their customs, traditions, and phrases in contrast to number 3.
Негізгі басымдыққа ие 7 саны оларда екінші кезекте тұрады. Сол себепті көп батыстық, яғни Европадағы көптеген ғұрыптар, жаңағы салт дәстүрлерде, сөз тіркестерінде 7 саны сирек кездеседі оларда 3-ке қарағанда.
Most traditions related to numbers ingrained in Kazakhs' everyday life. If you look at traditions starting from human's birth till his death, all depends on numbers. For example, Shillekhana, celebration on the occasion of a birth of a child. This tradition should take place within 7 days from the child's day of birth. Kirikhinan Shigari, a ritual performed on the 40th day after birth that includes bathing the baby in 40 tablespoons of water, and the first haircut and nail cut and other rituals. There are customs as JTC, a memorial service performed on the first 7 days following the funeral.
Түркі әлемінде негативті сандар жоқ, барлық сандар қайсысы болмасын тек.
In the Turkic world, there are no negative numbers. All numbers have positive meanings. In other nations' culture, the same is true. Only the number 13 is regarded as an unlucky one, which leads to misfortune and brings bad luck, but they originate from one source. All cultures and nations worldwide use the system of 10 to form one system, but earlier the system of 12, that began during Sumerian time, was widely used in many parts of the world. It is known that in Sumerian culture, the number 13 following the number 12 was the beginning of a new circle. Therefore, in Kazakh culture, the number 13 is the number of Mushel, ancient calculation of human's age through 12-valued circle age. Nowadays, when a person reaches the age of 13, he or she is given someone's clothes, believing in omens, so this is known as a new beginning. We still have the belief regarding the following. When the circle ends, the transition to the following circle starts.
13 санына біз мысалы қазақ мәдениетінде бұл мүшел жас, сосын осы 13-ке толған кезде қазіргі уақытта ырымдап өзінің киімін беріп жатады мысалға. Сонда сияқты бұл жаңа бастама ретінде белгілі. Сол 12 циклдықтан 12 бір цикл біткеннен кейін келесі циклға өтудің бастамасы ретінде сенімі бізде сақталған.
The world of numbers is connected with the steppes since Aspan Tanu, sky science, Jiti Karakshi, 7 robbers, Great Bear, Urkur, Pleiades, Togiz, 9 convergences, Ush Toksanin Kiru, enter of 390s are weather changes associated with numbers. Ancient nomads looked at stars which were characterized by numbers, and they couldn't find out weather changes for a day, a month, and 1 year. Thus they migrated from Shailao, summer pasture, to Kistao, the winter pasture, from Kistao to Kokte, the spring pasture.
Сандар әлемі көбіне қарапайым халықта бір мистикамен, сакралдылықпен, оккульттік ұғымдармен байланыстырылады. Бірақ сонымен қатар сандардың өзінің реттеу.
The world of numbers mostly connects ordinary people with mystic and sacred concepts, but together with that numbers provide regulating service. Its main service is in a calendar system. Even if now we use the Gregorian calendar, but before that the Turkic and Kazakh nations had their own calendar system.
Қазақ халқында өзінің күнтізбелік жүйесі болған. Ол бізде төрт түрлі тәсілмен күн ретін анықтау қалыптасқан.
This calendar formed 4 various methods to determine the time of day. First, it is in accordance with the 10-year system, adding a year. And then it is established to the name in relation to the seasons of the year. There was a belief that if the system of 12 repeated 5 times, it formed one cycle. So when it shifts around 5 times, it comes straight to the number 60. We regard number 60 as a special number due to its relation to the system of 12.
5 рет қайталанған соң бір үлкен циклды қалыптастырады деген сенім қалыптасқан. Сонда, яғни ол 5 рет айналған кезде 60 санына толады. Осыдан бізде 60 сан ерекше сан ретінде сену осы 12-лік жүйеге байланысты.
There's a big influence of culture of numbers on our life, mainly nomadic concepts depending on numbers. Our ancestors from ancient times did not count their children in cattle. For instance, when they were asked how many children, they used to say there are about 3 or 4 children. As for cattle, they said a flock of sheep, a herd of cows, a herd of horses, without specifying the exact number. The reason for this is to be protected from bad energies, the evil eye. And in ancient times, they talked about a distance and weight by hinting.